Well, coming into the race-by-race preview for Happy Valley on Wednesday night, we've got a 9-race program coming up with the first getting underway at 6:45. Racing will take place on the C course, and to preview it all, joined by Tom Wood and also Nick Child. And Nick, it's a pretty even card, isn't it?
It's very even, Mark, yeah, absolutely. I think these winners might take a little bit of finding, but there might be a common denominator there in the sense that if you're following Jamie Richards and Zach Purton, you might not go too far wide of the mark.
They've certainly got a very, very strong team, the pair of them, and you've got some jackpots for us, Tom.
Yes, there are some jackpots, Mark. Hello, everyone. Jackpots for the Triple Trio, just shy of $1 million going there, estimated at $3 million. The 6-up has got a $250,000 jackpot there, so that estimated to be at $3 million. Looks a fairly even-looking card. Zach Purton looks like he's got plenty of support through the course of the card as well, and we raced at Happy Valley last Wednesday night. Quite a few front runners won.
They did indeed. There has been some rain around the day prior, but it's supposed to improve leading on to Wednesday night. We've got a scratching to pass on for the first race before we crack into it. Race 1, number 1 was Happy One. It's now Splendid Star. Karis Teaton takes the ride on Splendid Star. So the first race, the Bellflower handicaps over the 2200 metres, and we've got Vinci on the class drop. Classic Archley only. His second time at 2200. His first was on a yielding track in class 3. Sea to Sky goes to the 2200 for the first time. Ring Bells led up last start. Career best from Mighty Star last time when third behind A1. Speed Force's best form has been on the all-weather. Fortune Triple does love the 2200 metres, and Fortune Winner has been going better since he's got right down in the ratings, but he needs a win badly. Nick, probably even 2. He's off a rating of 11.
Yeah, it's going to be very, very tough for him, so I wish him well. Ring Bells, possible pace here. Lucky Missile is another who can perhaps go forward. We know that he will stay the triple, right? He ran well over it a couple of starts ago. Loyal Ambition, interesting one there. He's drawn 12. We know he can lead, but being out there in 12, obviously he's got plenty of ground to work with as far as distance is concerned, so he might well be able to get himself to the front if he doesn't want to lead. But yeah, look, it's a tricky one, Tom. I mean, it's 2200 metres, so we never quite know what we're going to get.
More than likely a move down the back straight somewhere into the as they move past the 800 metres. Loyal Ambition, yeah, it looks a little tricky for him, and with the sea rail, it is quite a short run to that first turn.
Yeah, the gate's almost on top of the hill, if not on top of the hill on the sea course, 2200 metre start. We saw on the weekend, Tom, Zach Purton, Dennis Ship, class dropper, Bold Prince. Can Vinci make it 2 in the space of a week?
Well, I think he can. He's certainly suited here. Course and distance read 1 and placed. Zach's had 6 seconds aboard this horse, and this horse has run 9 seconds in his career. He's so well rated off a 74. There's no bones about it. The stable's had an ordinary season, but the horses now, Nick, might be sort of about their right ratings and ready to do something. Yeah,
and it's always the way, isn't it? I mean, a horse like him, obviously, he's got down quite a bit in the ratings. He's now running off a 39. He is, let's not forget, the course record holder at this distance as well. So he knows how to run the trip, all right.
It was a little while ago, but it does stand that record, doesn't it? What about Mighty Star? Loyal Ambition's hard to leave out, Nick, because he's never missed a top 4 spot over this trip.
Yeah, look, I can't leave him out. I think he has to go in what looks sort of, you know, not the strongest race, that's for sure. Mighty Star, if we try to make a case out for him, well, he was 70 to 1 last time out, but he was better, and he's going up in trip. I'd like to see it again from him, Tom. There's definitely no guarantee, but he certainly was a lot better this day.
He was, and just like the way he finished off here at the end, A1 was able to sneak away on the home turn, but he was taking ground off them all at the end there. So at a big price, Matthew Pern, he was seeking a bit of divine intervention. He got that over the weekend, and maybe he can go on with it here.
Yeah, triple on the weekend for the Poon train, and now we've got some 2200 metre form here. Tom, featuring Loyal Ambition winning Fortune Triple. The further they go, the better he will look.
Yeah, indeed, and he is a course and distance winner. At about this time last year as well, off a rating of 24, he's well below that 18. You wouldn't write off Lucky Missile in a race like this. David Hall and Lyle Hewitson, he sort of boxed on okay over the final stages. Very hard to make a case about Jolly Forever. Just the way he's going at the moment, his trial very ordinary.
Yeah, look, I think with all of those horses that we've seen come out of that race, I guess you could probably make the strongest case for Loyal Ambition, I think, out of all of them. But it's not unheard of, is it? A 2200 metre class 5 where they have got some questions to answer. I think it's fair.
anything can happen, Tom, and quite often it does in these races.
Indeed, Mark, something can normally take off and make it a real staying affair. I think Vincey, though, can win the first race for Dennis Ship and Zach Purton. He's such a well-rated horse. Number 2, ahead of Mighty Star, who was much better last time out. Maybe up and trip suits him. Lucky Missile, not the worst. And Loyal Ambition, who's had 3 runs course and distance, a win and 2 third placings. 2, 8, 6 and 4.
Yeah, also with Vincey here, it does look like a gilt-edged opportunity for him to get back into the winner's enclosure. It's been a fairly long time, that's for sure, but the right man is engaged. Zach Purton, it could get his night off to a very good start. So Vincey goes on top over Loyal Ambition. Now, I think it's probably got some of the strongest claims in the race on recent form. Ring Bells, the 7, he was one that I wanted to include here as well. He's well drawn, and I like the booking once again of Luke Ferraris with a possibility of him going forward to perhaps try and boss it off the front. And Lucky Missile, perhaps best of the rest there, 2, 4, 7, 6 for me.
That's all about the 2, the boys both with Vincey to win the opener on Wednesday night.